Okay, well, we're going to try to demonstrate how to use this device right here called a protractor. And we will be creating geometric shapes using this and angles using this protractor. So we're going to start nice and easy with a point. So I've put a point down, and now I'm going to put another point. Now, once you have 2 points, you can connect those with, of course, a line. Okay? So we are going to connect those 2 points with a line. And we know that it's a line because it has an arrow on both sides. And I'm going to label this point A. And I'm going to label this point B. And in between them, I'm going to label point C. Now, this is a line that you could say that this is line AB. You could call this line AC, or you could call this line CB. But what else do we see in this line? We also see line segment AC, and we see line segment CB. So if we weren't dealing with this over here, we could be talking about line segments. Also, you could be talking about ray CB, starts at C, goes through B, or ray CA, or ray AB, or ray BA. It's all part of the same thing. It just depends on what part of it that you are talking about. Now, to use a protractor, what you do is we're going to decide that point C is our vertex. So I'm going to take this protractor and I'm going to put these little crosshairs. Hopefully you'll be able to see that okay. Put the little crosshairs right over the C, and you can see that there's a line on the protractor. See this line right here? And if I put this on C and make sure that that line is covered perfectly by the line on the protractor. Trying to be perfect here. Now I can pick any degree of angle that I want to draw. So I'm going to draw a 45-degree angle. So right here starts at 0, and I can go up to, it's in increments of 1, but then there's 5, 10, 15, 20, right? I'm going to go up here to 45, and I'm going to make a point right there on 45. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and connect this ray right here. And as you can see, I'm going to label this one D. This point is D. Okay? So I've just created ray CD. Now ray CD intersects with line AB at point C. And because I measured it very carefully, I can tell you that this angle right here is 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Now, I want to take a look at this angle right here. Now, this 45 degrees is less than 90 degrees. Any angle that is less than 90 degrees is called an acute angle. Because I made this a ray instead of a line, I've created 2 angles right here. So, this is where we get into talking about circles again. Remember, there are 360 degrees in a circle, right? So if I draw a straight line, if you look, I started here at 0, come all the way over to here, and that's 180 degrees. But a protractor is set up to do angles in either direction. So if I start at 0 here and come all the way around, it's 180 degrees. 180 is exactly half of 360. So a 180 degree angle is called a straight angle. Well, we just look at it as being a straight line. So now if we know that it from here all the way back to this line is 180 degrees, we can determine how many degrees are in this angle, because this angle right here is taking up 45 of those degrees, and this angle right here would be whatever's left over between 0 and 180, right? So you can take 180 minus 45, okay, 0 minus 5, I can't do that, got to borrow. Over here, make that a 7. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 4 is 3. And then 1 minus 0 is 1. So this angle right here is 135 degrees. Now, let's do something interesting. Let's take this line segment, CD, and let's extend it down to here. And now, instead of having just line segment CD, I have line CD. Or, if I label this point E right here, I could call this line ED, line EC, line CE, line DC. Doesn't matter, right? It's 2 points on the same line. So, if this angle right here is 45 degrees, this one, then this one is also 45 degrees. And if this one is 135 degrees, then this one is 135 degrees. Those are called complementary angles. Complementary angles, okay? Now, remember we talked about this angle being acute because it is 45 degrees and it is less than 90. And this angle right here is also 45 degrees. And so it is also an acute angle. It's a cute little angle, isn't it? That's how I remember it. And if this angle right here is 135 degrees and this angle is 135 degrees, which it is, as you can see, I didn't really try to make my circle a circle here. Probably should have, but you know me. All right, so 135 degrees right here. And any angle that is greater than 90 degrees is called an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle. So we have an acute angle less than 90 degrees, an obtuse angle greater than 90 degrees are the same. 45 and 45, 35 and 35. As the lines go on this way, the distance between them becomes greater. Now that makes sense because they're moving away from each other. This line is moving in this direction. This line is moving in this direction. So they're going to get further and further apart. But no matter where you measure the degrees of the angle, it stays 45. So these guys, at this point right here, they're about an inch apart, and it's a 45-degree angle. If I extend these out to where they're a mile apart, it is still a 45-degree angle.